What's up, you guys? I'm Christina Sheree. If you're new to my channel, hey, why don't you go ahead and take a quick second and hit that subscribe button. If you're returning, it's always good to see you. You know what? Today I just really wanted to I started out with wanting to do a pop of color. It's a little bit more than a pop of color, but I'm playing with a palette that's super colorful, and I wanted to try to find a way where you can actually wear the color in a bit more of a, not neutral way, but kind of like an everyday way where it's just not super bright on your eyes. And this is what I came up with. So if you're curious as to how I got this look and want to see it, please stay a while, join me, and let's just jump into this video. Alright, so today I'm diving into a palette. It's not a new palette, it's relatively new, and it's my first time actually using a Norvina palette, so this will be fun. It's the Norvina Volume 4. Let's make sure it's not. There we go. This palette is super colorful, and it's got a lot of pinks, which are my favorite tones to use like ever. But it's got a lot of color in it, and what I want to do today actually is something that's not my standard, which I love pink. I want to do more of a neutral look with a pop of color. So you guys have seen a lot of reviews, I'm sure, already on this, so it's not a review, it's a first impression for me. And yeah, so let's just dive into this palette. Okay, so my eyes are already primed. I use my Fenty primer. I didn't set the primer. I just kind of put it on because I really want to see how vibrant I can get these colors, which is interesting because I'm doing a neutral look first. But picking up my Melt Blender brush, I'm going into the color D1. And I'll put a picture of the palette on the screen so you can see it. So I'm going into D1, and I'm just going to use this color in my transition area. So go ahead and put that on. And just do circular motions and windshield wiper motions all in the transition area. So I'm going to start with that. And of course, as soon as I start, my nose is itching. So just don't mind me. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and blend this in. Okay, so with that in my transition area, so D1, it's just a really light color. It's really close. Well, when I look in the monitor, it looks bright, but it's just a neutral color to just kind of lay it down so that the next color we use, which will be D5, has something to blend into. So same brush, I'm not switching the color off, taking a little bit of the color D5, and I'm going to use this to warm up the crease. So go ahead, I like to stamp it in, so just to deposit that color. And when I do this, it's important to actually just look straight into the mirror and deposit the color there as well, because what happens is sometimes you just go straight into the crease, and I like to be able to see it if my eyes are open, so I do that. So now with the color deposited there, just go ahead and blend it out. I use circular motions and windshield wiper motions, and because I didn't actually set this primer, like put a color over it, a light translucent powder, the shadows are really sticking to it, and they're showing up a bit more vibrant, which is actually what I wanted. So success there. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and continue to blend this out. So I brought this color a little bit higher and started to blend it into the transition area and start to carve out. I like a wing shape on the outside. It just really works with my eyes, and I like it a lot. So I tend to default to that. Now I'm taking the same color, so D5, same brush, and just going to pack it on the outer third, because I want a light wash of this color on the lid, and I don't want it too much. So I'm just going to pack it on like that, and then circular motions, and bring it over. Okay, same brush, same color. Gonna now take this and start to bring it and smoke it down on my lower lash, just to add a little bit of warmth. I'm I'm really not sure where this look is going, but I like the warmth of this color and how it works with my skin tone. And I think it'll be a good choice when you put the pop of color on the lid. So this will be a nice base. Okay, so now picking up my Sonia G Worker Pro, I'm going into the color E4. Looks like a lot there. And I just want to give this look a little bit more warmth and dimension here. So I'm gonna actually just focus this on the outer V, so packing it there. And start to carve out that V shape with the brush. And just continue to pack it. Now I'm taking the same brush and angling it with most of the pigment into the crease. And then connecting those. So really what you're doing is just adding, I'm just adding a little bit of this purple. Well, it's kind of like, yeah, it's like a purple color into this look. Okay, so with the same brush, same color, so back into E4, I'm actually gonna now take this and wrap this color around to the lower lash. And then, sorry, I keep thinking you guys can see it. Putting this mirror in front of it. And I'm just gonna pack this color all the way up to about midpoint, so about right there. Pack it on, connect it to the top, and then start to smoke it down a little bit. So you have a light wash of the color now, and then now what I'm going to do is go back into the color and concentrate it just on the outer V. Make it a little bit darker, just right there. And now I'm picking back up my Melt Blender brush, dipping into D5 just a little bit, and going to smoke out underneath that. So it blends the colors a bit better, so you don't just have one color. It diffuses the edges. So there. Okay, so taking a clean blender brush, so this is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH33. I'm just gonna go ahead and go over the entire look, so the edges, just to make sure that it's all blended. Honestly, you guys, like, I'll do a look and then go to take a picture and I'm like, ooh, that's not quite blended. Because in the monitor, it looks one way. And then, moral of the story is to just blend, blend. And when you think you're done, blend some more. Okay. Alright, so now I'm taking my finger and I'm going into the color B4. It's a really pretty color. You see that? Put it closer. And I'm actually going to place this all over the lid. Alright, so I placed it all on my lid. Problem with using your finger is that it's not exact, so it kind of got a little bit here, which is not a problem. I like it. It's a little bit in my crease. But the reason I like to use my finger is it warms it up, so it gives you a bit more of a foiled effect. You can also use a brush and Fix Plus a brush and do the same thing, but I just kind of like using my fingers. Alright, so I like that. Now what I'm going to do now is take the color C3, which is this like purple color, and I'm going to place that on the center. Now I'm picking up my Sonia G Pencil Pro and going back into the color B4. I'm going to load up my brush, and this time I'm actually going to Fix Plus it. and then go from the inner corner right to the midpoint, just to brighten up the under eye, like that. Alright, so now I'm picking up my Sigma E21 and going into the color A5. And I'm going to use this as an inner corner highlight. So, place that there. And actually bring it up on the lid just a little bit. So, about right there. And below. So you're kind of wrapping it around. Like that. Okay, so for eyeliner, I'm using my Fenty Perpetrator. It's kind of a funny name. So this color here, it's a deeper, it's like an eggplant. And I'm going to go ahead and go straight into the waterline. And focus on the, from midpoint, like that, to the outer. And bring it down just a little bit. So I decided to bring it all the way across. So I just brought that all the way across just to add a little bit of light at the bottom. And I'm going to take my same Sigma E21, got stuff all on my nails, and smudge it just a little bit. This stuff kind of dries pretty fast. So if you really want that smoky look, you got to kind of work in it fast. But I just wanted a little bit, just to give it a little light down there. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to do the rest of my liner and lashes off camera and I'll be back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. So I did quite a bit off camera. I actually finished my face and used one of the new Fenty blushes. This one's called Drama Class. And yeah, it's purple. But the cool thing about this is you can sheer these out. So really it just gave my cheeks just a flush of color, but it's not pinky or rosy. It's just kind of in tune with the purple on the eye. I really like these. I haven't done a video on them. There's lots out there. I could if you want, but so I did that, and then I used Dominique Cosmetics. I'm pulling it out. It's called Gloss Peach. This stuff is really, really good. I use this here just as a highlight, so around the edges. Hopefully you can see it. On the monitor, it looks like you can. But hopefully you can actually see it. So I did that just to finish the face. So for the eyes, just really quick, I actually used a deeper purple. So I used my Makeup Forever Aqua XL pencil. So this one here. And with this, I really just went up top. So right around here, and then smoked it out just to give it a little bit of a darker kind of smokier feel closer to the lashes. So I did that on both sides. And then focus on the outer edge. On the bottom, and then smudged it down. And because it was just so purple, I wanted to bring a little bit more grounding to it, so it make it a little darker. This pencil you're not going to be able to see because I'm lazy and should have sharpened it, but used it to the end. Pretty much almost. What is this one called? Lamia. I love this pencil. This one's by Melt. It's just a really nice, rich espresso chocolate brown. And so I did that closer to the eyelashes and then what did I do? And then smudge that together. So I smudged this Lamia pencil on top of this one just to give it a purple but darker brown hue. And then what I did was, I love this NYX, That's the Point. This is kind of a trick that I use all the time. It really makes your lashes look so much darker and fuller. You just go right in between the lashes here, and it makes your lashes just look so much darker and thicker. So I did that. And then the last thing I did for eyes is I tightlined. I love to tightline because when I put on mascara, it just grounds it. It makes it better. So I tightlined underneath here and just a little bit in the corner just to give it a little bit darker on the outside. And what else did I do? For my lips, I used my Patrick Ta She's Strong. It's just a really new liner. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. So I lined my entire lips with that, and then honestly, all I put on top of it was my Bite moisturizer. Let's just give it a little bit of sparkle. This one is the, it's not the nude or the natural agave one. It's just the, it's one that's like pinkish. I'll try to find a link and put it on there for you. So that's what I did. This is the final look. You know, I really like this palette. It's my first time using it. I love the fact that you could pull. I started out trying to do a neutral look with a pop of color, and well, it's purple, which is fine because I wanted the pop of color to be purple. But I love the fact that this palette is really pink and it's got some purples in there, but you can really kind of push it in any direction that you want. I amped up the purple, but you can definitely make it way more neutral with a pop of purple. You can use pink. I really like the palette. So I want to thank you guys for spending some time with me. I'm sure I've popped it up here. Please check me out on Instagram. I love to be creative on both platforms. And before you go, I'm sure I said it in the beginning, but before you go, please, if you're new, subscribe. I'd love to just kind of expand the family here. And on Instagram, well, I'm not really good at the self-promotion, but I really hope you guys do subscribe and head over to my Instagram. And if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you want to see how I do the extra liner stuff off camera, let me know and I'll include that in the videos or any other suggestions you guys have. So, yep, I'm going to end this kind of awkwardly, but you know what? I really do appreciate your time. Thank you. Whatever time it is for you, morning, noon, or night, thank you for giving me some of it. You guys have a good day. Bye.